afternoon and welcome to our Facebook Live this afternoon. So as you may remember, I was trying to move some of my live sessions to YouTube, but I failed miserably on a technical level this afternoon. So I do apologise that we're back here on Facebook, but I hope that's okay. I should have left longer for my technical setup, but I didn't. It was simple as that. So I do apologise. Anyway, we are here now. And this morning I saw one of my lovely team, Sam Dempsey-Clark, and her Facebook and company name is The Little Greenhouse Creates, and that's because her studio was originally a greenhouse. So I saw her use this set this morning. Now this is a brand new set to me that I ordered and came in with all the other bits and pieces for the classes, so I haven't had a chance to use it because I was so focused on getting all my classes out. So I thought I would give this a go, and Sam used it this morning for a fantastic fold out card that had the base of this tree and all the animals and the top and loads going on. It was so nice. So I thought I would just do a simple version of this today. And then if I get the opportunity, let's just take that out of the spotlight, then I will do a fold out card later in the week. Not sure I will be able to do it for tomorrow because I have a team meeting this evening, but all being well, we will be able to do that. So I'm just trying to find myself on my phone. Everything always changes, doesn't it, at the last minute? So let's see if I can find myself on here. So I hope everybody is well. This is a really cute stamp set, and this is in the new mini catalogue that runs from January until the end of June. It keeps telling me I'm live everywhere. Let's just hope that I can find myself in the right place. There we go. There's hope yet. I found us. Goodness me, you'd think I was brand new to this, wouldn't you? No 2 days are the same. Here we are. Right, I finally found myself. Right, I feel like I want to start again, really. So, hi, and welcome to our Facebook Live this afternoon. My name's Jenny McCormack, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm based in the market town of Brackley in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do a Facebook Live every day throughout the week, so Monday through to Friday, and I hold an open crafting session online every Sunday afternoon, to which everybody is invited to join. You don't have to be crafting, you can just sit and chat with us, and you can watch what I'm up to. Usually I'm trying something out, trying a new stamp set or preparing for something, so you're welcome to watch the creative effort at work. Hi Karen, lovely to hear from you today. So, as I said in my brief introduction, we're using Woodland Wonder, and I'm just going to do a very simple card with this one, and then I'm going to step it up later in the week to do a fold-out card, because the fun thing about this is that you have, as you can see, the base of the tree and the top of the tree, and then you can insert this panel or multiples of this panel in the middle, which I thought would be great fun. Hi Monica, you'll recognise this, Monica. I can blame Sam for this one. So Sam did a great version this morning. That's Sam from Little Greenhouse Creates. but I'm just going to do a simple short version that will fit on a standard note card and envelope. So this is called, as you can see, Woodland Wonder, and it features 16 stamps altogether. Some of these stamps are really useful for other things, not just as part of this set. Tried to keep this out of the light for you. So as well as the obvious tree, top, bottom and middle, we have a little rabbit, a butterfly, some music and another little butterfly. We have a balloon and some clouds, and then we have a little post that says hip hip hooray, a little flag that says yay, and then 4 sentiments: happy birthday, congratulations, hope your day stacks up to be one good thing on top of another, and then from all of us. So it's a sweet little set. Great obviously for children, grandchildren, but just a fun card all around. It's so sweet, isn't it, Monica? And since I seen Sam use hers this morning, I thought, oh, I've just got to have a go with it. So what I've done is I've mounted up the top of the tree and the bottom of the tree. So I'm going to leave the middle bit out for the moment, but I am going to use the clouds and the little rabbit, I think, and possibly this little sign. I've got the sign out ready. I do need the little post that the sign sits on, and you could make this fit actually left or right depending on which way you put the post. So just want to grab another small block to pop that one on, and we'll see how we get on. So as I say, I've not used this before, and it is a clear mount stamp, so it's going to make it, oh did you, Karen? It's going to make it really easy, I hope, to line up the tree. So I'm going to start with the tree, and then if it goes amiss, I've got another piece of paper. I've got the other side of the card and another piece of card on standby. So I was working on our class in a box today, so that's now all complete. I will show you some of the cards if you'd like to see them right at the end, and this is for my monthly class in a box, which you can do. You can just do 1 month as and when you want to, or you can take it on subscription. So I'm assuming that this is going to fit fairly well on here. Let me see. So I'm just having this up a little bit from the bottom. I might need to resit these, possibly, we'll see. And then this is the top, and this should fit on. Let's have a look. Just making sure it's nicely inked up. I love the little bird in the tree, that is so cute. Now I am looking I do have a camera between me and the stamp, so I hope this is going to work. If it doesn't, I can have another go. Not bad, very slightly off, but as it's got this edge, I don't think you'll notice it, and as I colour it in, it should be fine. I'm going to add a couple of clouds in the sky. So I'm just stamping this in Balmy Blue. There's one. Actually, see, I've got a slightly dirty mark up in the top of my card, but I'm hoping that when I colour those clouds in slightly, it'll be okay. We'll see. So what did I think I would do? So I'm going to put this little bunny poking out from the right hand side of the tree. So obviously you can put this anywhere. Yeah, I've just inked that in blue. Let's try that again. Right, so here we go. In early espresso. So I'm just going to have him or her popping out from the side of the tree. And then I want to pop, if it'll fit, this sign on the left hand side. Now there's little ties that go above the post, so I think if I stamp this first, that will give me positioning for the post. I'm hoping. I should have taken a little bit more notice of what Sam was doing this morning, but I was doing something else at the same time. So I know there's not a great deal of room there on my little card. And here we have the post, so I'm just going to slot that into there. So it's amazingly nice and light today, but it's suddenly gone really cold and windy, and looks like it might just rain. There we go. So there's quite a lot going on, as you can see. I do have this little butterfly. There's two butterflies in the set, a larger and a smaller one. I think I'm going to switch this for the smaller one. Otherwise the butterfly is as big as the bunny. I don't really want that. So I hope everybody is well that is watching. Do say hi if you're watching online and we're live, so that I know you're there. Just want to stamp that off. It's the cutest little butterfly. There we go. Okay, so I've left this that you could put any sentiment on the inside. Obviously when you do the full tree you've got more room to do other bits and pieces, but I'm just going to keep it like that. This is going to be mounted onto a piece of early espresso card which I pre-cut. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches, and this is all going to fit onto one of our standard note cards which has matching envelopes, and the finished size of these cards is 3 1/2 by 5, so it makes it a really nice sized card to do. And for beginner crafters I think it's great because it's not too big a card to fill in or colour in. So let me see, we have some soft suede here. I'm going to have a lightish colour for my bunny. I could go grey, but I think I'm going crumb cake, and a bit of light balmy blue for the clouds. So technically the clouds are white and the sky is blue, but for our purposes I'm just going to colour in the clouds blue. I know it's not really very accurate, but so I'm just doing a little edge. This is light balmy blue. And what I'm going to do is colour that in, and then I'm going to use my white colour, or the clear colour lifter, just to take some of that colour out to lighten it up. There we go. Now if I was doing this as a full detailed card, what I would probably do is cut out the clouds and use those as a mask, and then run over with a blending pen to get the blue sky, and then the white would stand out. So maybe I will do that as part of my stepped up card later in the week, but for the purposes of today we're just going to cover this in. Like so. Just using a small circular motion like that. And then just grab my white colour lifting pen and just doing circular motion to lighten the clouds and also gives them a little bit of texture, like so. So the thing with the colour lifter is it will take a little bit of colour out at a time. So what you don't want to do is go mad in one place, is do a little bit, let that, it's almost like a bleach effect. Let it bleach out and then come back to it again. Okay. Right. Actually I might reverse these round and do our tree in dark and light crumb cake. I don't seem to have much in here. I know I did order some more crumb cake blends. So just doing a little bit of the darker blend on the edges of here. Mustn't forget to colour in that cute little bird. Like so. I think this would be a fun card for a retirement or something as well, wouldn't it? I think. And let's try if there's enough. Oh yes, there's enough in here. This is the light one. I'm using the brush tip because I've got a larger area to cover. And don't be afraid to turn your work around so that you're working to the, you know, the easiest position for your hand. What you don't want to be doing is sort of colouring at an odd angle. It's the same when you're stamping. Always try and turn your card round so that you're stamping or colouring at a natural angle. Okay. Now when you get a very detailed bit, you can switch to the fine point, or sort of bullet point, to make it easier to get in those tiny little areas. Let me see, a little bit there, like so. Just going to blend this little edge in here. Like so. Hello Tracy. I hope you're well today, Tracy. Thanks for your little message about my mistake. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to have a little blue let's do that. Blue and very light coloured crumb cake. The bird. And a tiny bit of pumpkin pie for the beak. Have you got this stamp set, Tracy? I wonder. So Tracy's just joined us, if you're just listening. as opposed to watching or reading the comments. There we go. And I want a little bit of pink for the bunny's ears. It's on your list. It is so sweet. So this is the shortened version of it as opposed to the full version of it. Let's do this in light crumb cake. So because I'm just doing this small area here, I'm using the bullet tip. So, and I think I'm going to make my little bunny grey. Is it smoky? Oh, that's grey granite. I think I want smoky slate if I can see it. There we go. Just so that he stands out a little bit better from the tree. So just a little bit of dark grey around the edges. There's not a huge amount of him to colour in, so I'm not doing a massive amount of blending. There we go. So just a light touch where you've got a small area, and let's give him a little pink nose. Do that. A brown colour just so you can see that. Right, add a little bit of grass and the leaves and finish off the butterfly and we are done. Let's see, so I have old olive for my grass, so I'm just going to add a little bit of darkness. And you could extend that out to either side if you wanted to. Just adding a little bit of dots rather than a line, then you get a softer edge. So that's light old olive and dark old olive in there. And I'm going to use the same for the leaves. So if anybody wants to see them, I will share with you the cards for my class in a box when I've finished. That's my somewhat delayed February class. But it'll get in for February, but the class will be second weekend in March. So just literally doing a dark line where the veins of the leaves are. And then I'm just going to use old olive to colour that in. It'd make a sweet new baby card, for sure. Especially as it's got congratulations and from all of us would be Rather nice. So if you didn't want to use blends pens, as it's a small area, you could certainly use Stampin' Write markers. You could use watercolour pencils. If you've got your own different brand of alcohol markers, obviously they will work. And I've just used Early Espresso here for the stamped image. A lot of people will use Memento, the black ink that we have, but because our pens are alcohol based, our blends pens, you can use any of our classic ink pads, which is why I've used the blue here. And you can see how using that white has just softened those clouds. Well, I hope you can. I can see it, but it may not be as quite as clear on the image that you have. So for those of us in the UK, we're all very excited about the potential change in our environment. And when I'm looking back at this video, or somebody else is looking at this video in 2 or 3 years' time, it's because we have the coronavirus pandemic going on at the moment. So this is February 2021. Oh, thank you, Tracy. And we're just emerging out of lockdown here in the UK. So when I wonder what I'm talking about, that's what it is. So there we go. So nice therapeutic colouring in. I have to say, I do love doing leaves. There's something about it. And if you like colouring in, there's a great opportunity in my class in a box to colour. If you don't like colouring in, then that doesn't matter. So I'm just using light old olive, circular motion, leaving a little bit of white on some of the leaves as well to give some highlights, like so. And just a reminder too, we're in our last week of celebration, and that's Stampin' Up's event, which runs from January until the end of February this year. And basically, for every £45 of products you order, you can choose 3 items from a separate sale catalogue. And if you choose to join and buy the Celebration Starter Kit, you'll get 200 sheets of designer paper in your pack, as well as £130 of products, all for £99. So if that's of interest, do message me and I can talk you through your options. So that basically is going to be our card. So let me do these layers together. So because this is white card and this is our standard basic white, instead of using wet glue, I've got a cat hair there, I'm using our seal, and that's because I don't want it to, sometimes if you use the wet glue and you've got too much on there, it can leave little marks where the glue is, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just using some seal. If you're new to Stampin' Up, that's just glue on a tape roll, for want of a better description. I think everybody who's watching is probably well used to Stampin' Up products. Hip hip hooray. There we go. And that is going to go onto here. So I'm just going to fold the card. So it comes ready scored, but you do want to fold it nicely So I use a bone folder. Sorry, this is rather well stained, but you can use the edge of a block. For example, here, you can use the edge of a block. Just make sure it's clean before you start. Oh, and I have forgotten my little butterfly. So I haven't done the edge of him or her. So I've got a little bit of balmy blue going on there. That's going to go onto there, and I think it'd be quite fun to have that little rabbit poking up here as well, like that. What do you think? Well, let's do it and see. Although he's obviously not, he'll be hidden by the crease, won't he? Popping up from the other side of the card. Looking to see where that crease is. There we go. It's inside. I'm not colouring him in because I don't want the blends to soak through onto the back of the card. Oh, Laura's just ordered the set. Isn't it funny how we go through phases? But I just think it's so cute. And as I say, if you look at the little greenhouse creates, let me write that down for you so you can see it. I'm hoping this, if I write it on a piece of white card, then Sam's done a great job of this with a open folding card. So it's the little creates on Facebook. Oh, you can see that. So do hop over, and her Facebook Live this morning was the full open version with the top, the middle and the bottom. So I am going to have a go at doing that later this week, and also changing how I do the clouds. Hello Jill. So instead of doing blue clouds, what I'm going to do is make a mask of the clouds and then use my blending brush across there. And in fact, I could use my blending brush a little bit across there now. So this is blue. Make sure the colour does come off really well, but I didn't want a too dark a blue on there, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of colour. And in fact, in the class in a box this month, you get you get a blending brush included. It's included in the price. So if you haven't had a go with these, you'll get an opportunity to in this month's class in a box. So just going to add a little bit of blue sky. It's quite subtle. I'm not sure, I can see it, but I'm not sure with this light how much you can see too. And as Tara always tells me, the sky does go all the way down to the ground. Tara's a teacher at a primary school, and it's always very tempting just to put a bit of sky across the top, isn't it? But as she says, the sky does go all the way down to the ground. Okay, so I'm just going on the outside of there. If you wanted to, you could cover that up altogether. I'm not too worried about it having a little bit of blue, but you can angle these so that you can be more accurate in your placement. So there's my blue sky, and I'm just going to add a little bit of green with my green one. So all I've done is just put a generic colour on there. Rather than having one for every single colour, because the colour does come off, you know, quite well. And I have also washed some of mine. Well, I washed one just to see how it washed. I don't really need to do any more because I just keep them with that colour. Let's just add a little bit of hair pizzazz. Oh, sorry, Christine. So I wasn't deliberately being hard. I tried to get my YouTube link working, but it wasn't playing the game. I should have started earlier to see how the link was going to work, but it didn't. It wouldn't talk to my video streaming software. So I ended back here live again, having fun with this cute little set. Yes, back at home in my comfort zone on Facebook Live. I mean, all my videos go to YouTube anyway, but it was suggested that in order to be more complete, that I do some YouTube live videos as well, because it's a slightly different audience that we have on YouTube. But my plan is to stream it to Facebook at the same time, but whether that's too confusing for people, I don't know. Anyway, I'm enjoying myself with this fun little stamp set. There we go. So if you want to see the full details of an opening folding card with the middle part of this, so the top, the middle and the bottom, then hop to the Little Greenhouse Creates on Facebook, and Sam, who's one of my team, did a live demonstration of that this morning. Hoping you can read that okay. And I will do a version of this later in the week with the clouds, which I'm going to mask out to put the sky on, so the clouds are actually white. I'm going to give that a go, and also extend this so you've got the full tree. So that's my plan, but I hope you like that design. Let's pop him on the card. And it's got the little rabbit popping out inside. This is going to go on here, and I think I probably need to put him, that little rabbit, on the envelope as well. So you could use seal, or you could use snail if you still have some, or you could use wet glue. Just putting this layer down on our note cards and envelopes. Oh, thank you. Yes, I didn't know that. Okay, so there's the card, and I think I need to add that cute little rabbit on, poking out on the side of the envelope. So let's just do that. And then I'll just show you quickly the cards if you want to see them. I have posted them in my VIP group, which is for my customers only. But if anybody else watching wants to see my class in a box cards, then just comment and I'll make sure I add them in straight after this demonstration. There we go. So sweet. And I'm going to do this little rabbit in light, just light crumb cake, I think. Yes please, says Tracy. Okay. Now if you're doing a lot of detail colouring, excuse me, what I recommend is just put a piece of card inside. Oh, I see. And do that so that if there is any bleed through, there shouldn't be very much, because the this has got a really nice coat on it, and so it does protect the envelope a little bit. Oh, bless you. Yes, so you can catch up on our team Facebook Live, which was this morning, Jill, and then Sam's Facebook Live, which was this morning as well. And you can see how she did that fun opening card. So there we go. There's a simple little fun card with a little tree from Woodland Wonder. There we go. If I bring that up to the camera, you can see better. So you have this cute little line of animals, and then you've got the bunny that we used and 2 butterflies, and then you've got the music from the bird, and then you've got the flag, you've got the pole and the banner that I've used today. You've also got a balloon, so that this little owl is ready to hold the balloon or the flag. So really sweet stamp set. It may be. Well, great for the grandchildren, Jill, and also for anybody else, really. So if you, as you've asked to see them, let me just show you the cards from this month's Class in a Box. Let's get them to hand. So this is a 2-in-1 Class in a Box this month. So I've mixed and matched. I've added a stamp set and bundle to a different set of papers. The stamp set is Vine Design, and the dies are Vine Design as well. So this is the first card, a sweet little Easter card, and I've used the die cut from Vine Design. So Vine Design creates 3 die cuts, 3 large ones, an oval, a circle and a rectangle. This is the oval one, and I think when we were talking about it at the weekend or last week on one of my lives, we decided it looked like an Easter egg. So all I've done is cut that out in white and use blends pens to colour in the individual flowers and the leaves. So nice and easy. And then on a similar variation, oops a daisy, I've got this one. This is the circular design, and I've done this a different way. So I have coloured in the front, but I've also coloured in the gaps behind. So if you look here, they're normally open, and I've coloured these in. So I had a special way of doing that. And you get all of these as part of your class. We then have this one, and this is one that I created, I think it was on Sunday in our craft and chat session. So this is 2 gold pieces put together. Oh, chocolate chip and baked brown sugar. I was never a fan of actually of either of those. Chocolate chip is a really red brown. Baked brown sugar is actually quite like cinnamon cider. Anyway, so there's this one here, and then the other one. So you get 4 cards that are done with the Vine Design. Is this one here. This is based on a card by Kylie Bertucci, and it's inlaid basically into this card. So white card base, 2 layers, and then a white layer in between. Oh, it was Sunday. Thank you, Tracy. So you'll get enough product for all of these, and that includes all the die cuts. So the only thing you will need are some either colouring pens or watercolour pencils to colour these, and some sentiment stamps. And then the papers that will come with it are the True Love papers, and I show you some different techniques of colouring these papers. So you do get a brand new blending pen brush as part of the pack. This one is done with blending brushes to add some colour to that sheet of paper, and you get 6 sheets of paper with the set. This one here is stamped and cut out, and I have used gold leaf here, if you can see that, and I did that on Sunday as well. But if you don't have gold leaf, you could use just green ink for this, and this is using the reverse side of the paper. Then we have some red almost poppy-like designs, so this is coloured in with Poppy Parade. So I'll be talking about different techniques for colouring those. You get the ribbon as well, you get a yard of this ribbon, and you get all of the die cuts. So my Class in a Box pack is £20, and that's posted all in to your door in the UK. And you may not agree with this being a sympathy card. It was really just to show the different styles of the stamp set design, but this has got some succulents in, and it's just really therapeutic colouring in for that one. But if you're not into colouring in, just use the papers as they are, either on the floral side or the pattern side. You make some great men's cards with this set. If you bought the stamp set or already have the stamp set, here's a couple of ideas of using the Vine Design stamp set. This is all stamped in Night of Navy on white, and I've got some extra layers going on there. And then this one is stamped all over with the little flowers from Vine Design. And I've just used different shades of pink and some green leaves. Now I've got lots of other designs, so I've had to actually stop creating because I just kept going with these. So these are ideal if you have the stamp set or a similar stamp set, okay? But they're not a feature of the Class in the Box because not everybody will choose to have the stamp set. But all these cards you can create from the Class in a Box, £20, and you'll get plenty of paper. You get the cards, all the die cuts, including all of these die cuts as well. And I have to say they come out really cleanly in our new embossing machine, so we won't be fighting with them too much. So if you're not on my list and you want some information about my Class in a Box, just comment here, and if I've been in contact with you before, I will send you an email with the details. If you're new to me, then please just send me a private message with your email address, and I'm more than happy to send you the details. Obviously there's no obligation, and the Class in a Box is £20 every month, and you can add, for example, the extra stamp set, the dies. I have got a bundle this time, which gets you basically the whole shebang, including blending brushes, more papers, black dots, free gems to go with them, and the stamp set and the dies. So a lot to enjoy, and I've had great fun with these. I can't actually stop creating. Okay, so I'm glad you like this month's Class in a Box, Christine. I know Tracy's already ordered hers, so she's received the email and she's placed her order. and Tracy's on a subscription, so you can have a subscription to my class in a box, but you can start that and stop that at any time. Okay, right, I whittled on far too long. It's 10 to 6, so I better get a move on, ready for our team session this evening. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed our fun little card that we made here, and seeing my class in a box projects for February. And with the class in a box, you also get unlimited access to a tutorial, one for each card, and also an online class that you can attend if you wish, where we craft along. Okay, right, that's enough of me talking. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies and gents, if there's any gents out there. Thank you. Do give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching. You're always welcome to share what I'm doing. It's not a secret. Let's let the world know what we're all up to. I do hope you have a nice evening this evening. I've got a team meeting which I always look forward to, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. So I will be live tomorrow at 10 AM here on Facebook in the Gemini Crafts Facebook page. If you're watching from one of my other pages, so I do have links to other pages such as Coffee and Card, Gemini Crafts in Oxfordshire, then you can catch me on those pages live as well, because I cross-post to those at the same time. Any questions? Please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be more than happy to help you with any queries you have about Stampin' Up or my business and how I operate it, and whether I can help you in any way. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay calm, look after each other, look after your loved ones, and I hope you can keep crafting too. Bye for now. Bye bye.